Well, good morning, everyone. It's Dr. Lewis Singer, Singer Family Chiropractic here in Boynton Beach, Florida. And it is time for our Monday weekly health tip. I'm going to focus on this week and next week a little bit on stress, things that cause stress. So imagine for a moment a scenario where you didn't pay your electric bill and 5 days, 10 days later, maybe even the day after the bill was due, boom, your electric just went out. Like without any warning whatsoever. And you were just like, you're freaking out, okay? Or imagine if you're happily married or you're in a relationship of any type, and then one day your spouse or your significant other just leaves. Never any fight, never any, you have absolutely no inkling that anything was going wrong. You never talked about anything. There were never any feelings discussed, anything like that. Third scenario, imagine if you went through 4 years of high school and right before the day you're going to graduate, you were called into the principal's office and the principal said, I'm sorry, you just don't have the grades. We can't give you a diploma. Okay? It would be horrifying. Now, I believe that the universe is very kind. And I believe all along the way, we get warnings. We get tidbits. We get things that come to us to let us see what's going to happen in the future if we don't do anything. So, for example, if you don't pay your electric bill, they don't just shut off your electric. They send you another bill that basically says you're past due, and if you don't pay by a certain date, your electric will shut off. They're basically giving you a warning. Or again, if you're in a relationship, your spouse or your significant other just doesn't leave, there's things along the way where they say they're not happy, or you're getting into fights, or you kind of know what's coming, all right? Also, throughout high school, every quarter you get a report card. So you get to see how you're doing, you get to see what your GPA is, your grade point average, so that when you get to graduation, right before graduation, it's not a surprise. You know if you're going to graduate or not. And the thing is, a lot of times when we get those bills or we get those report cards, we freak out because we're like, oh my God, this is horrible, they're going to shut off my electric. But what you have to understand is these are blessings. These are blessings. It's a blessing that a credit card company or utility company sends you an update to let you know what's going to happen, because that gives you an opportunity to change things, to say, oh my gosh, I'm behind here, let me see what I have to do. Same thing with relationship, for example. If you're having arguments with your significant other, your spouse, you can work on repairing that. You could say, honey, we haven't been happy. Let's go to therapy. Let's do something together so that this doesn't have to come to its inevitable fruition. Same thing with report cards. If you get a bad report card, wow, it's not the end of the world. I didn't get good grades this quarter. I really got to work hard and study hard and bring my GPA up, and I can do that over the next couple of quarters. So the thing is, when we get these warnings from the universe, when we get these blessings, when we get these signs that something is going to happen that we don't want, we have an ability to change it. It doesn't happen right away. FPL doesn't, cut off your electric right away. They give you a warning about what's going to happen. They remind you, they let you know. So that's the key for helping to live a more healthy life, a more stress-free life, is that when we get these signs and these signals, bless it. When you get that bill in the mail, when you get that note from your loved one, when you get that report card or whatever, there could be a million other examples. Bless it and say, thank you, God, or thank you, universe. Thank you for letting me know what's going to happen if I don't change direction. And if I do change direction, if I figure out I have enough time, I have enough resources to figure out what I can do to avert this particular disaster. And that's really a blessing. And those blessings come to us all the time. I've had those blessings in my life And I used to, just like most people, I used to freak out. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is a horrible thing that's going to happen. But now I don't. Now I look at things like that and I say, okay, I have an opportunity. There's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity here. I think in Japanese, the same word that means disaster means opportunity, something to that effect. And basically what it means is, yes, this could be a disaster, but it's also an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity to change course. So whenever you get these blessings, whenever you get these warnings, take heed and do something about it and say, okay, I'm behind on this thing. What do I got to do to catch up? What do I got to do to make it happen? And if you go into your prayer time, if you meditate, a lot of times these things will come to you. If you're just relaxed and you're quiet, you're equanimous, and you are peaceful, because that's when we get those messages from the wee small voice within. It's not when we're fearful and we're running all around. It's when we are peaceful. Hope that helps somebody out today. Again, Dr. Louis Singer, Singer Family Chiropractic. Thanks for joining me on the Weekly Health Tip. Catch you next week. God bless.